have not tried these cookbooks, you have to. Hello, beautiful lady.
Hello.
And again, we just got done talking about weight loss, and I think a lot of supplement makers or meal replacement makers would love to say that their product is the be-all and end-all of all weight loss. And then, of course, you have people like Dr. Oz on TV talking about all these miracle, magical weight loss things. There is a miracle when it comes to weight loss. And that miracle is changing what we eat. It's not a meal replacement, which meal replacement science is the strongest science on weight loss, but the most important thing we do in terms of weight gain or weight loss is changing what we eat. And what Muriel has done here with her cookbook is make eating healthy and eating to lose weight a really simple and very delicious thing. She might be a cordon bleu trained chef, but she loves to make things that take no time at all to make because she has other things to do, so she doesn't want to spend 3 hours in the kitchen. So that's what she's accomplished.
Yeah, and also what I wanted to say is that in our everyday cookbook, we have a lot of recipes where we use a secure meal replacement, and we have about 5 smoothies.
That's right. There were about 5 smoothie recipes in there.
And that's really awesome because you mix the secure, you can mix it with even spinach or kale, banana, everything. It makes delicious recipe for a nice smoothie in the morning, keeps you full for hours, and what a better way to start your day to be so healthy, you know?
And again, what we've done is we tracked all our meals throughout the day, literally our smoothies, what we do for breakfast. I think my breakfast bowl is in there, my salads that I love during the day. So Muriel took all the things that I typically eat, that we typically eat throughout the day, and she created them for you, because that's the most common question I've been asked for 30 plus years. Okay, you say that more important than supplements is how you eat. Well, how do you eat? And so I've never been able to put together a cookbook of how I eat. And it's so important that despite this cookbook being a big, thick, spiral-bound cookbook and a bargain at $19.90, what we do is we do it for less than $10 and no shipping and handling. So if you find one recipe in there that's beneficial, it's worth the investment for you. You could Xerox the pages and share it with friends. We encourage you to do that. So it's really, when it comes to health and wellness and weight loss, changing what you eat is the keys to the kingdom. That is the most important skill. So as much as I know I make the best vitamins in the world, this book, in terms of health and wellness and well-being, this book is the most important thing we'll talk about today or any day.
Absolutely. And Muriel, I have to say, one of the things that I love most about, first of all, it's easy to follow. I love the pictures, so it's all kind of followed out, so you can really kind of see the steps, which is awesome. By the way, that's one of the little yummies that we have out here. But you really found a way to get the flavor in food without all of the fat, with a lot of the traditional dishes that most of us like.
Yeah, what we did is, like, I took every recipe that was every person's favorite, or I ask everybody, like mac and cheese, or for example, here you have the huevos rancheros, and you have the page where you have all your ingredients, and then your step-by-step recipes that are super hard to follow and extremely healthy, low in calories.
Super easy to follow. Super hard to follow. Super easy to follow.
No,
super healthy and super easy to follow.
Super easy, and then, sorry about that.
Super facile.
Well, super facile, and then also you have the nutrition content.
That's huge.
But
which is really
a big thing.
important to me. For example, I always look at all the ingredients when I buy something. I'm sure you do too. And Andrew always put the...
But so often,
I mean,
you could I'll go to a health food store and look at otherwise what are healthy products, and I read the ingredient panel, and it's like, oh my God, someone needs to explain this. And I think if there's something I might do on my blog, it's sort of do a little discussion of reading food labels, because food labels, as confusing as supplement labels are, and that's where I try to help all of us out, food labels are even worse. And that's why, and you look at cookbooks, supposedly healthy cookbooks, and if they really broke down what's in that food in terms of its nutrient content, and again, fats are not bad, but sugar and carb content, the sort of hidden sugars in recipes, that's why there's no hiding anything in Muriel's recipes, because my R&D department, my research department, did a full nutrient disclosure of every single cookbook, every single recipe in this cookbook. So there's no hiding behind it. And again, for $9.90.
Crazy.
Isn't your health and the health of your family, or weight loss, the ability to introduce some healthy, fun, easy to do eating, And they really are delicious. Isn't it worth? And you don't hear me talk about my supplements like this. I don't ever, but when it comes to a cookbook, it's such a tool. It's just information, education, opportunity to be healthy.
We don't have a lot of these, though, by the way. With free shipping, I don't know how I escaped the dessert portion earlier. I'm like, wait a minute.
No,
where have I been?
And she did these wonderful, and the desserts again. On this cookbook, what we really focus on is we focus on the composition of the food, the nutrient content of the food, and it's really something Muriel and I tend to eat. We tend to eat low in sugar and low in carbs, and we like foods that could be rich in healthy fats. There's nothing wrong with that. We love avocado, and we also love the healthy spices, things like turmeric and ginger and things like that. And we love berries and dark green vegetables, and there are ways to produce Brussels sprouts that I eat them like candy now. I never ate a Brussels sprout until probably about 5 years ago. Now I eat them like candy. So there are great opportunities in terms of if we want to change our life and we want to change our health. If we don't change anything, things are going to remain the same. What do they say? What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and somehow expecting a different result. If you don't change, things won't change. So in terms of our diet, this might be that little bit of input, that little bit of encouragement, that little bit of information that empowers you to make some changes and to do your own recipes.
And of course, check you out on your YouTube channel too.
Yeah, I have a little YouTube channel, Eating Well with Muriel. And for example, here you have like mini cheesecake made with date and oatmeal crust. We use, of course, Andrew's oatmeal to make the little crust.
Oh, I'm gonna do that.
It's really yummy. It's a bite size, so you just eat exactly what you need. And Andrew loves that little dessert. He loves cheesecake.
And it was, you know, I grew up in New York, so I love New York cheesecake, but that's like between the sugar and all the other things, and it's a heart attack waiting to happen. So, but you can do these things and transform them in a way that they become not just healthier, but actually kind of healthy. Because again, fat is not our enemy. We really just have to moderate and modify our carb and sugar intake. And when we do so, and when we have less body fat, then those molecules can become less provocative. So it's all about information. It's all about learning, because the traditional recipes we do in America are unfortunately not very healthy, not very beneficial. And what we've done here is we've taken traditional and we've returned it to being delicious, healthy, and most importantly, easy to, if I can't prepare a recipe, it's not in the cookbook. And I'm not gifted when it comes to the kitchen. I'm gifted when it comes to eating. I'm not as gifted when it comes to food preparation. But all of these, anyone could prepare. And we only have, I think, a little more than 1,000 of these. And again, when you get these home, it's spiral bound, which my mother requires.
Thank you, Mom.
And it's I think there's close to 100 recipes.
Yeah.
So it is really with pictures of everything, full nutrition disclosure, nutrition facts. There's no cookbook in the world that does that other than this.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And all the step-by-step pictures are amazing. Those recipes are so easy to follow, and you have precise pictures of your next step. It's so simple. You're going to love it. Every person, I think all our reviews are 4.6.